when I'm stepping in preemptively with a hook, the palm heel hook, I'm stepping in and I'm coming in and I'm driving across. It's actually like an overhand, but with the open hand. So I'm coming in. Now with the normal hook, I come in square, and I'm hitting in at 90 degrees to the target. What I'm doing with a preemptive hook, I'm coming in and I'm throwing my weight in at 45 degrees. So I'm stepping in here and I'm driving in from there. Oh, yeah. Look on this next clip, instead of coming across, Mol's coming in, stepping and coming over with it to driving through on like a preemptive overhand. With striking, I always teach the one hand first to do one side repeated and then to use the other side, you know, and start using it more and start flowing together. And they all tend to blend into one. Yeah, you just strike, you just do what feels right. Just do what feels right. You find it like when you're having tests, like in the suit, in the big padded suit. Once a strike's got to a certain familiarity, it'll come out under pressure. If it's not trained enough, you won't use it, and if it's not a natural movement, you won't use it under pressure either. I don't want to stay in one place and just keep repeating. I want to hit through. So I'm not stepping and snapping back, I'm stepping and I'm always hitting through and carrying on. So I step, hit through, walk, bang, bang. So I just carry on with whatever's available. If I was hitting with the same side repeatedly, I'd step, hit, step again and hit. I find that you just get a lot more power with that. For beginners, this straightforward hitting with one side is a lot easier, but I mean I found that I've doubled my power using one side and coming back with the other. When we look at the drop step, when I look at the drop step that I used to use, that I'd say that gives me maybe about a third of the power that I've got now, compared with, so with the drop step, bang, where I'd step in, bang, and just drop my front foot, bang, using that there. I find stepping and hitting is about 3 times the power of that. Put together a few clips of different people training, different ways trying to make the palm heel work in situations. The biggest problem I think a lot of people have is training on like normal heavy bags where it hurts the wrist. What you need is round bags like the Maze bag, or even like with Nigel, where I've taken the heavy bag, put a bob on top, so I've got the head, but again I've got the weight. There's a fine line between hitting something too hard and heavy, because you can just injure yourself for a week, and you know it takes too long to recover if it's too hard and too heavy. But it just makes a huge difference if you really want to improve your power and your impact. Hard and heavy is the way to go. This is Nigel, affectionately known as Nigel. He's got the bob head on top. I've actually filled the head with silicone. This 3-in-1 bag, again, it's great for the open hand. I've actually filled it with sand to about here, and the Maze on top. Heavy, great for impact. Great for elbows down here, it's really hard. This is a floor to ceiling bag. It's full of wet sand. It's heavy, it's hard. And I've reinforced the ends so I can hang it up and hit it. This is a small Lonsdale Maze bag. It's actually full of flubber, which I made myself. It's quite soft, heavy but soft, great for starting, or if you've got stiff wrists or your arm, or you've got a bit of an injury. It's quite soft to hit, quite forgiving, but still weighs a fair bit. The more feedback you get, the harder you can learn to hit, but you need a hard target. And don't slap the pads in. Slapping the pads in is wrong. If you've got a target, I just think it's stupid. People do not go like that when you go to hit them. They don't throw their face onto it, do they? They don't throw their hand in. I mean, it gives weight, but it's giving you a false target. If the target's there and you go to hit it, it's going to be there when you hit it. But if the target's there and you whip it in, you're learning to hit a target there rather than hitting it where it is when you start. Stupid. The biggest problem I find with the bob dummies is they're just too light, the head gives too easily. So what I've done with this one is I've reinforced the neck with a bit of skin from under. I've taken this skin from under the bottom here, wrapped it around, taped it on so the neck's a lot harder. I've also emptied the head of foam and I've put sand in it, so it's got a lot more weight in it, and it gives you a lot more feedback. So it's not actually full tight with sand, it's just soft. The sand just fills it up to about there. It's just a bag of sand put in the top and wedged in. So when I hit it, it gives and it moves, but it's heavy enough to give you good feedback.